Hi all, so today in this video we are going to see about some very important functions like whereContains function, insert function, remove function, union. All these important functions we are going to see and how to like utilize in a practical way. Okay, so you can see like I have created a small UI and you can put any value there and a value will get inserted. Suppose I want to insert a spider, so you can see like at fourth index 1 2 3 4 a spider is inserted. Now I want to remove any value, whatever the values are there, all these values are there. I want to remove like first fish is there, so fish is now removed. I want to remove some other values, so crow is now removed. So this is I have tried to give a very simple example for the basic understanding. Okay, so let's see about different functions. Okay, so first of all, what we will do here is we will see about remove function. Okay, so remove function is there. So you can see that if I write remove, so here in the documentation it is written what? It is giving that it removes the value at given index. It means that suppose an array of values are available like 1 2 3 4 5 values are there, and now whatever the index in Appian, index starts at 1, so whatever the index you want to remove, you just give it 3. So whatever the value at 3 is there, it will get removed. So you can see like 3 is not getting printed. 1 2 4 5. How it works? It needs some index, right? This is very important. Index is there now. Okay, if I write 30 index but 30 is not present there, so it will print or it will give an error like valid range, it is out of the valid range, something like this. Okay, 5 is there. If I want to like write 5, so 5 will be removed. Whatever the value at 5 is there, doesn't mean 5 is getting removed. So let's give some random values here so that it won't be more confusing. Now 5, so all these values are printed but fifth index is not printed. Okay, so if I write something as 2 and if I see it, so you can see like whatever 23 is not printed. That was about the remove function. Okay, so let's write it down. So we have seen the remove function. What does it did? It removed the value at the given index. Okay, now let's move on to our second function, that is insert. Okay, now insert is there. Again we will see the documentation. It is saying that it needs an array, the value to insert and the index at which it will insert. One function is like okay, append, like it will always append at the bottom, but insert is like at a particular index you can insert a value. Okay, for example, let's say like we have some index there 45, some list of numbers are there 40. Okay, now this is the array which we have to modify it, and what are the values that I want to insert. Suppose I want to insert 2 and 1, and which index I want to insert this value. Suppose third index I want to insert. Let's meet this. So you can see that at third index this 2 and 1, the whole array was inserted. So this is how the index worked. But if I have used append function, okay, so append works how? What? Just give the array and the values to insert and it will insert that value. So you can see always it will be inserted at last. It doesn't ask for any index. Okay, so that was about the insert function. Now whereContains function, let's see about that. whereContains. Now in the whereContains, what it wants is how whereContains works. So first of all, what it does, it the values to find. First argument is values, like what are the value you need to find. Suppose I want to find 8. Now the array in which the values are found, this is the array. You have to give some array there where this value will be present. So I have now given the array that this is the array, and in this find 8. So you can see like it has found 8 and it has given us the index of 4. Okay, so whereContains works how? First of all, we have to give the value, like this is the value to find, and it will give the array, and now in this array find that particular value. It has found that value and it has returned what? Index. Okay, so now let's see a similarity between these three functions and how we can use them together, right? Or how they can work together. So let's see. You can see like it remove the value at given index, insert the value at given index, but how to get the index? Like in real time we don't know the index of the particular value. Here with simple examples I've just written it, but I don't know like where that what in place of it there can be any other value, okay, in the index, or there can be other indexes as well to insert. I don't know that. Okay, so in that case like we can use whereContains to get the index, and we can fetch that index in the insert function or the remove function, and it will remove that particular value at the index. Okay, so it works like this. Like first of all we have to get the index, and which function can give us the index, whereContains can give us the index, and how we can use remove function as well, and we can use insert as well with the help of the given index. Okay, now let's go and try to make a interface for that purpose. Okay, and in there we will try to add some value, we will try to insert the value, we will try to remove the value. Okay, so I have already created a blank interface for that purpose. Let's give this form layout, that's fine. And now in this section, okay, let's take a card layout. Okay, fine. Now what I want to design here is, first of all I will have an array of data, whatever is the data, and in that data we can do is in that data we will insert the value at a given index, and we will also be able to remove all the values. Okay, so first of all to give the data, what we will take here is we will create some local variables for that purpose. A bang local variables, done, and local bang. So what I have, what I will take here is in the styled icon, if you go and see like there are a lot of animals, various icons are there, so you can see a lot of icons are there, and from there we can take some icons there and display it in a stamp field or any other fields we want. Okay, so local bang animal icons I'm just taking. Okay, so some of the, let's take an array of this. Okay, so let's take this animal icon, like bug is there, crow is there, so just let's add this crow. Right, similarly we can add different icons as well. So let me just add these icons. So you can see that I have added few icons from the styled icon. Okay, whatever the icon that I wanted to use, I have added it. Okay, so this icon is now done. Okay, so our first part is done. Like we wanted to show some data on the interface. I have got the data as animal, and some animal figures are there. I have got the data. Now I have to represent that in the interface. So let's try to show that in the UI. So you can see like I have taken a section. In that section I have taken a card layout. I guess directly we can take a card layout. It's not, section is not at all important. Let me just give card layout directly. Fine. Okay, now in the card layout you can see the contents. Now I want to see I want to give the data there. So you can see like fish, dog, crow, hippo, all these animals are there. I want to display it side by side. So for that purpose I will take a bang side by side layout. Done, that is part is done. Now in the items I will take what you can say here is what side by side item is there. Now a bang side by side item is there, and in that item I want to display what, local bang animal icons, and you can see that nothing is getting displayed. Okay, let's test it out once. Test the interface. So it is saying what? It is giving us an error that a side by side layout has an invalid item. The item must be a single value, not a list. It means that we have provided the whole list. Where is the data stored? All this data we provided at once, and it doesn't know like how to show that data. all at once. So what we will do, we have to give the value one by one. And if we think like one by one, I have to give a function called a bank for each comes into our mind. Okay, so a bank for, so just take a note like whatever the function we are showing here, a bank for each, it does what, it does exactly the same thing. It iterates the through the data, and one by one it in each iteration it shows the data. So what we will do here is instead of these items directly, we will use a bank for each here, a bank for each, and the items over which we want to iterate. Okay, the items in which we want to iterate is, do we know like this is the data currently? So what you can do here is there is a function called enumerate, that is also very important function. If you give enumerate of 4, so it will do what, it will iterate through 0 1 2 3, it will give each value, it will print by itself. If I add 1, so 1 2 3 4 it will give, right? So here I will add enumerate function, so that time the side by side items should be appearing. Enumerate. Now how many times I want to enumerate? I can't give any 6 or 7 number here, I don't know, because this data it will change in future. Whatever the value we will give, it will based on that. So what I will do here is I will use count function. Count function is used to count the number of values in an array. So this is the array, okay, local bank animal icon, and it will count it, and obviously so and it will add 1. So now it has enumerated, and now we will use expression there, and in the expression now we can easily use a bank side by side item. That's it. And in the item we will show. Now in the item, what you want to show? Now, so I want to show the data inside a stamp. I like the stamp field, it is circle and some icons are there, so it actually looked good. So I have used a bank stamp field. Okay, so a bank stamp field is there, and in the stamp field you can see like, see here, this is the basic 4 items are there, and you can see like 4 items are now iterated. 4 items are now iterated here. Okay, so whatever the data are there, count, it has counted whatever the data I want to give, and it has iterated through that many times. And you can see like in the stamp there is something called, where is that, icon is there, right? So I will go to the icon field. So now I have selected the stamp field, and in the stamp field you can see that icon button is there. So directly from here only we can add our icons here. Okay, directly from here only what we will do here is we will go and configure the icons. So let's see how we can do it. Okay, so icon, so where is our icon available? In local bank animal icons they are available. Okay, and but again it is, if you see that it has thrown some error like it has invalid value for icon. Now icon is there, but if we wanted to show the icon like at first index, if you see here, fish should get displayed at second, dog, crow, something like this, or whatever the items which are added, it should get displayed. So in that way, if you go through, index function will come into your mind. Okay, so index function, okay, here I have written index. So index function does what? Let's see the index. It asks like, where is your data? So we have given like my data is inside animal icons, and index works like suppose you have 100 items in the data and you want the fifth data only, so you can give the fifth in this, it will give you the fifth data. So I have the animal icon, and each time my index is changing. For this it is 1 2 3 4. Okay, so we are already inside a bank for it, so we can use fb bank index for that purpose, and you can see that different icons will now start displaying in our you can say interface. So this is the interface, and you can see that different icons are now showing. Okay, so fish is there, dog, crow, hippo is there, all these items are now displaying. Okay, and now let's okay, so that's all about this basic part is now configured. Now let's go and configure the, what you can say here is insert function and remove function part. So in this part we will consider the insert and remove function. Okay, let me add the column here. Okay, and now let's me add the drop down fields. So first drop down field is this one, second is this one. Now first drop down field I will give the name as insert, and the second drop down field we will give name as remove. Okay, so these two are done, and now we want the text or you can say like integer as well. We need some values as well in order to insert. Okay, index uh, index at which, so we can give like at which to insert, something like this. We can give the name. Fine, that's fine. Index at which you want to insert the value, so that is one part. Okay, so first of all we will see about how to do like at which index. So first of all, this is the text function here. Okay, I need whatever the index I have written, I should store that index somewhere. Okay, so local bank index I will just give it, and now let's me go and add into the value section local bank index it is, and in the save into I will go and mark the same thing there as well. Done. So if I selected like any index is there, okay, it was already there. Now it's fine. So if I give 3, so 3 will get stored in our index. You can see like 3 is getting stored here, and whatever the value I want to insert, like 5 is there, so automatically 5 is getting saved. That's fine. Now let's move on to our what you say is insert function. Okay, so insert function how? So now you can see like this is the choice label and this is the choice values. What are the data that I want to insert? So currently you can see like there are already some data available. It means that I need some more icons to insert the data. Okay, so I will make something as icons to insert. So I need some more data in order to insert that. So in the styled icon we can find some more data. Okay, so we can give it. I have already collected some data here. Okay, so let me go and paste it. So these are the data that I want to insert. That's it. So now let me just remove this function at all. We don't need cancel or anything. Okay, these buttons as well, again not needed at all. Okay, so now you can, if I test it, you can see like the icons to insert have came. Like these are the some of the new icons that are available and we can insert it. Okay, so which is the array to insert? Okay, let me just go there and local bank icons to insert, and in the choice values as well I will give the same thing, local bank icons to insert. That's it. So first of all it will ask the index and then the icons should get inserted. Okay, it is not taking the data. Let me just test it. Okay. Oh, sorry, I have used inside the inside this icons to insert. I have to use here, no, and here as well I have to give the same thing. Fine. Now you can see that I have some different icons to insert. Okay, so these are the icons to insert. If I select something, you can see it's not getting selected at all. First of all, I need to make one more local bank selected, you can say like selected icon. So let's make and let's put it there. Okay, so in the value what I will do here is local bank sorry, in the value field I will go and I will give local bank selected icon, and in the save into as well I will go and save the selected icon. Fine, so I have saved. So if I want to save something, so you can see like, okay, let's just test it out once. Why I am again and again writing here? So these values will get copied, and here, or I can just copy it whole, and here I will just replace it. Done. Let me just now you can see, like, if I select any icon, it will get stored in the selected icon. I have to give the index as well, like at which index you want to insert. So before the index, the value I should not be able to select. Okay, so let's make it disabled for now, because the value is there, and it might throw some error. Okay, so disabled. If it is null, which value is null actually? Local bang index is null, then it should be disabled. Okay, so let's say it is disabled. Now if I give any value like third, then only it will enable, and it will let me to choose something. Okay, in frog automatically it is coming, right? So let me just comment it out. Fine for now. Okay, what happened? The whole function should get commented out. Fine. Now if I want to insert add value 2, okay, so I can insert something like this. So this is the what. Now let's move on to our UI and try to insert the value. So what happens when we insert something, right? We have seen the insert function, like if some array is there, like 1 2 3, this is the array, and some value you have to insert, and at which index you have to insert. So you can insert those values automatically. It will insert at 1. Same thing we will do here as well. We will save this value. We first of all, it is into save into, so we have to use a bank save at all cost. Now in save into, there are two things. Target, where I want to save the value. Some value is inserted, so finally it should be displayed on the UI. And how this UI, where this UI is getting the data from? It is getting the data from this animal icons. Okay, so I have to save finally inside the animal icons. Now what is the value that I want to save? So here for that purpose, what we will do here is value. So the value is nothing but whatever is the inserted data, or the data I want to insert the here only. Now the array in which is the array I want to insert the data, which is the find first array only, because this is where all these animal icons are displaying. The value is iterating through local bank animal icons, so there only I want to insert. Now the value, whatever the value I have selected, now that should get displayed here. So local bank selected icon, done. And now index. Now that is the important point, like at which index I should insert it. So I have already saved the index there, so local bank index is there. Okay, now if you see, now let's test it out once, and let's see, like in second place I want to insert a spider. So you can see, like a spider is getting selected. So you got the idea, like how insert function actually works. Whatever the data we have iterated through, and automatically the array is appended here. Okay, the array is appended and a spider is added. I want to add something as otter, so you can see, like it is as well added. If I want to add something as horse, so you can see here one horse is added at second index. Let's add something as first index as well, frog. So you can see a frog is added at first index. So that is the kind of simplicity it is showing there. Very simple. Whatever, just give the index and value. In real time as well, some data if we have to insert, we use the we can use insert function like this only. Prepare the data, and then whatever the value is there, we can insert it. Okay, fine. So that in the insert function is clear now. Now let's move on to our remove function. Okay, so let's move on to our remove function. Let me just uncomment it, and let's see here. Okay, now I want to remove some data, so I don't want to, like all these icons. It is currently showing actually icons to insert. Okay, and in icon to insert I have a fixed amount of data, you see here. But here I have to remove the data from the whole array, whatever the data that are showing there, this whole data I want to remove from there only. Okay, so in that case what I have to use, in the remove array I have to give the choice label as this. Currently 8 items are there, that one. Okay, so let's remove this and give local bank animal icons, and here as well we will give animal icons. Okay, so now in this array we will get all these values. You can see like all these values are there. Fine. Now in the value, whenever we select any value, let's say horse we selected. Okay, currently otter is getting selected because it is already, this variable is already been used in insert. Okay, so let's make another variable for that purpose. Okay, local bank remove icon. So I have to remove something, so now I will use in the remove icon, and I will save into the remove icon. Fine. And now let's see here. So I have selected something as a spider, and I want to remove the icon from there. So how I can go and directly remove it? Currently nothing is happening. Fine. First of all, we have saved into this. Now what we have to modify the our parent array where all the data are there, 8 data are there. Here I have to modify. So let's use a bank save. And what is my target, which is the data to modify? I have local bank animal icons is the final array which is showing the data I have to modify there, and the value. And here I will use what we can say is remove function. Okay, so remove, how does remove works now? So in the remove function, what is there? First of all, we have to know like what is the array in from which I have to remove. So array is nothing but the final array only, local bank animal icons only. And now I need index, but I don't know the index. Whatever the value I selected here, either a spider or anything. Okay, currently it is breaking because I have not given the remove function at all. I don't know the index. So now the which function will help me getting the index? whereContains. So this is how like we can use whereContains. Now for the help of whereContains we will get the index. Now the values, while like which value you want to find. I have already selected the value spider in which local variable? Remove icon. I've already selected that here. You can see remove icon is there. Okay, and the array from which I want to get it. So local bank animal icons. So whereContains it will go. So let's test it once again. Okay, all values are there. Now I will select some value like dog is there. So dog should get removed. Oh, okay, it is giving some error here because it is saying that all selected value must be choice value, but the value was dog and the choice value was this. Oh, actually what is happening here is, if you see that the value currently it is storing this drop down remove. You can see here the value it is storing is remove icon, and this item has been removed. Actually this item has been removed, and the array it is showing is this one, fish crow, because the value which is getting displayed in choice value, how drop down works is it takes the value from existing and it shows there, but whatever the value we selected doesn't exist in this array, so it will automatically throw an error. So how to overcome it? Let's remove the value. Then we are already saving the value, so we can remove the value from there. Okay, so it won't store the value now. Actually it will remove the icons. You can see like now it is working. Hippo I am able to remove, but I am not storing that value at all because it was giving some errors. Okay, now let's test once again. All the data are available again. Okay, fine. So that part is as well value. So we have seen three functions until now. This is the first function we have saw is like how insert works. Insert function we have seen, how remove works we have seen, and which value I have to remove. For that we have used whereContains as well. So these are the three functions that we have seen. Suppose now let's add 4 value. At fourth index I want to add otter. Okay, again I want to add spider, and again I want to add otter. Okay, and okay, see, now again it has broke, because it is saying that drop down value duplicate items are not allowed. Okay, let's make this note, like in the drop down what we have seen, like duplicate items are not allowed. Duplicate items not allowed. So these items are not allowed. It means that 2 times if frog is added, it won't consider it, or it can't show the duplicate items. Now how to overcome these duplicate items? It is showing this. So what we can do here is, in order to remove the duplicacy, there is one function called union. Union function is there. So union function does what? So if we write there, let's write here union. So union function does what? It takes, like, it returns only the unique value from both the array. Suppose one array is there 1 2 3 4, or you can say like 45, and second array is again containing 45, 2 and 1, or it's 46. If I return it, so you can see like only the unique items are involved. So now if we use union, then this duplicacy can be removed, right? Duplicate items. So now here we can use union. But the problem here, once again, the problem here is like I have only one value for union. Array 1 I have given. Where is array 2? There is no array 2 here. I will use the same array as an array 2. Similar thing, and same thing we need to provide in the choice values as well. Array 2 I have given, and now you can see that here only one time, even though otter is here 2 times, 1 2, but otter is here 1 time, and you can remove the otter anytime you want. Okay, so you can insert the values at spider, this, again this, you can insert these different values, and you will suppose a spider is 2, but here it is only coming 1 time, and both the spiders are removed. Fine. So that was this. Now our feature is almost ready only. Okay, so now what we will do here is, let's add in the stem field. There are some we can modify it as well to some extent. So you can see like the background colors and all this, we can change that as well. So let's try to change it. So in the background color is there. Now let's see what are the background color values. Transparent is there. Fine. So let's select transparent for now. Fine. Now automatically it has taken some you can say like black circles are coming there. Okay, we can also choose some different values here, copy it, let's see whether they work fine or not. Secondary, so it does like this. Fine. Now there is something called content color as well. Okay, so for content color, what you can say here is content color is there. So now in the content color, let's see what are the different values. We can use accent content color as well, and it will go for all the animals. You can see that all the animals are containing the same accent color. But let's add one more thing, like we will get the data from hex colors also. It will take, right, any hex color. Here it is written any hex color. So what are hex color? If you google it, hex color codes, so we can get different variety of hex color HTML codes available online. And if I use any hex color, let's suppose like this is the color and this is the code for that hex color. Let's copy it and put it inside this, and now you can see that the icons will reflect in that color. So that also you can do it. Okay, I guess transparent was only better. Let me change it to transparent. Fine, I like that one. Now So what we will do here is we will take an array of hex colors, and every icon, different icons, we will insert with that hex colors. Okay, so different colors. So I have already prepared some hex colors down here. I will try to use it. Okay, so here let me just paste it. Now hex color. Now in the content color, what needs to be done here is I want to give different hex colors to each icon. So how I can do it? So for that purpose, index function I will again use. Now index function require data, like where is your data? Let's give local bang hex color is our data. Now at which index you want? Every time our index are changing, right? So we can use fvbang index. Then so let's test it out, and you can see like these icons are now coming. But there is one issue here, that I have choose 1 2 3 4 5, only 5 colors I have chosen, and already 4 values are present here, right? So if I add any sixth values, then it can break. Like if I added, it will take another color. Looking good, fine. If I add frog, it will also take. Okay, now it won't take because the colors are not there. Let's add few more colors in the HTML section. Let's go and add some different colors, but the data is not adequate for that purpose. So what we can do here is we can restrict the user from entering any more data, right? So this much data we have given it. How much data it is? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So total 7 values I have given it. So total 7 values can be inserted. Okay, and after that we won't even show this insert function at all. So you can say like we can add show when condition when count of local bang animal icons is you can say like less than 8. If it is less than 8, it won't show. Okay, sorry, not less than 8, it should be if it is greater than. Okay, so no. Okay, fine, less than 8 only is fine. So if I use 4 values, you can say like at 4th index I want to insert something, so it will get inserted. Alter is also inserted, currently 6 is there, 4 frog is also there, and if I want one more, then it is breaking. So let's give it to 7, I guess. Now it won't break. Okay, so let me add 1. At 1 we want some values like alter, okay, frog, again some values. Okay, now only these are the values that can be inserted, that's all. We can give different colors as well. Okay, so now I want to remove some icons, so you can see that I can remove all the any item I want. Okay, so all the item can be removed. Okay, and I can keep on adding these items as well. Okay, and I can remove them. So in this simple UI we got to understand that how does this insert function works at a particular value, how it is inserting the data. Okay, we saw that how insert function is there, how remove is there, where contains. But this was just a basic explanation about the different functions. Okay, and the main important point was what? Where contains returns the index, and with the help of that index we can do many things, like we use the remove as well with the help of index. We can take help of insert as well with the help of where contains. Index function was also there. With the help of index we can do a lot of things. We also got to know about the union functions, like we can do self union. Okay, so these are the things that we got to know. One more function was there, that is enumerate. So how we can do that enumeration as well. Okay, and we use the count function as well, which is used to count number of items in an array. For array we use, for text we can use len function. Okay, so here, so that's all in this video for now. So try to practice more on this function with taking some practical examples. Okay, so this was just for a basic understanding of the function. Okay, so that's all in this video for now. Thank you.